What's up, ladies and gentlemen? How y'all doing today? I hope that your day is going fine. If not, I hope tomorrow gets better. Bishop T.D. Jakes. Bishop T.D. Jakes has preached a sermon, and it has made quite of an uproar. I haven't heard this much of an uproar since I would say Kevin Samuels was here. But nevertheless, let's watch the clip. I'm not gonna get into it much. We're just gonna get into the clip and then I'll discuss it.
This breaks all sociological orders of the culture we're living in now. Because we are raising up women to be men. And you are not applauded for your femininity. You are applauded in the contemporary society by how tough, rough, nasty, mean, aggressive, hateful, possessive you are, and you are climbing the corporate ladder, but we are losing our families. I know you can buy your own car. I know you can buy your own house. But until you create a need that I can pour into, I have no place in your life. So stop coming home bragging to me about how much you don't need me and wonder why I shy away. Oh, y'all ain't gonna talk back to me this morning.
No, they ain't gonna talk back to you, Bishop Jakes. They ain't gonna talk back to you on this one. And this is one of them conversations, bro, that it can't really be had. If it's gonna be had, it's gonna be one-sided. Either you're gonna feel like the man is chauvinistic or the woman just don't listen. But one of the good things about this is I don't have this problem, and I'm grateful that I don't have this problem. But I talk to a lot of my friends, man, who's still in the dating pool, and they talk about how it is. But one thing that I want to say that stuck out for me is the point that he said women are not praised for their femininity. I agree. I believe that women are praised for their sexualization. I believe that because and I don't want to be the person who say that everything is bad, because the good stuff don't get highlighted. It's always going to be the negative stuff that get highlighted. But let's say if you go on Instagram, you go on any one of these platforms, you're not going to be looking at a woman because she's feminine, because she's pretty, because she's soft. No, you're going to be looking at her because she's over sexualized. That's how I see it. Like you don't see women, you do see them, but for the most part, the women are over sexualized. Like, you just think about in other cultures, their women are covered. Get what I'm saying? A lot of those other I could think of one culture directly that their women are mainly covered. But over here, everybody naked. Everybody is naked. It don't matter. Big, short, it don't matter. Everybody is naked. So a lot of times we can't see your beauty because we're looking at your booty. That's just the truth. And when he go back into talking about how women are climbing the corporate ladder, I did read some comments in this, and someone was talking about how this conversation should have been had in the black church. And that's who I think that this is more directed to. I think it's more directed to the black church. I don't think it's meant for everybody in the whole, because everybody don't live by these guidelines that the church live by. But in the black church, the woman is the one that been in the black church. Yeah, like, you used to go to the church, you see some deacons, but most of the time it was mostly women in the church. And so now that they got this message and they're prosperous, you can't fault them for that. But at the same time, I go back and I think about how the system was set up. That's what I think about. I think that black people as a whole, we have been systematically divided, and the power structure for us is totally different than any other culture. That's what I feel. Now, it's so many ways and directions you could go into this conversation, but I go back to slavery because they took the man away. The woman, like, she was there. She had the family. You know, that's where that family dynamic came from what I understand. I ain't no historian, but what I was taught. You get what I'm saying? That the man was divided. The man was taken out of the house. Now you fast forward this into today's time. Women are still taken care of. The black woman, well, I can't say they're taken care of. They're kind of provided for. If you think about the Section 8 in housing development, low income housing, and this is something, like I said, so many ways I could go. I was telling my wife that the safest place should be the projects. The projects should be the safest place for women and kids because really, that's really all who could come out there. Supposed to be. In those Section 8 houses, it should just be women and children because you think about it, if it's very seldom that you see whole families in Section 8. Somebody got to be working. And you take a lot of these people who are in Section 8, most of the time their counterparts, they got a felony or they locked up. So that really a felon shouldn't be in Section 8 housing anywhere. That's why you can't put him on the lease. I'm going off too far. But what I'm just saying is like the whole structure, like this conversation in this clip, because I don't know the full context of this sermon, but I know that this is a deep subject. And I was telling my wife too, like I feel like the Jezebel spirit is out because like when he talking about the nasty attitude, everybody, period. It's a bunch of city girls running around here. You know, I was telling one of my little partners, I say, man, I'm glad I'm not in your culture. He said, I wish I wasn't in it. I mean, you're not going to see you might not see the good girl that much. All you see is attitude. That look right here. That's all we at. Period. Oh, like they call me old school. I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad. But it's a lot of directions you could go with this conversation. I'm not going to hold it out too long. I think I want to come back and revisit this. I might have my wife on, and we had a discussion about this earlier today, and we really dug into it. And it's even though we're not out there, it was still a tough conversation for us to have because she was bringing up points and that rebuttal everything I said, but I was bringing up points to show her why I was saying it. And I think the biggest disconnect between the black man and the black woman is listening and understanding. That's what I believe it is, like listening and understanding. And just because I'm telling you another perspective of how things work don't mean I don't understand what you're going through. But that's a whole nother conversation. And like I said, I'm glad I don't have to deal with that, you know. But for those of you who out there in the struggle, I hope that you can find some balance and just, I don't know. But for the most part, I know it's some good out there. I'm not saying everything is bad. I'm saying the bad is highlighted. And what he's saying in this clip, I don't know about the rest of the sermon, but what he's saying in this clip make a lot of sense to me. But you let me know what you think. Drop it in the comment section.